Hello, beautiful, vibrant souls. I hope that you are taking the opportunity to give yourself a reason to smile. Do something for yourself today. It feels like you are celebrating existing because you have every right to do that for yourself. And it doesn't have to do with anybody else or any specific day or time or purpose. It's just because you deserve it. Now, we are celebrating in some ways, and in some parts of the collective, we are celebrating the completion of a cycle. You have finally shook off the last of that debris, that dust, that ash. The smoke has cleared. You finally feel like you can breathe again. You finally feel like you are ready to now really grab the reins and charge forward. You see the finish line. Now it makes sense. Everything is clear. What you needed to do, what you needed to get out of your life. Because it feels like there was a lot of mess going on. And getting rid of that mess and cleaning up that mess was a lot more than you bargained for. There was a lot going on there. Congratulations. Give yourself a pat on the back because that's no easy task to recognize areas of your life that are a hot mess and you need to clean it up. Because nobody else is going to do it for you, right? You have to do it for yourself. But sometimes the hardest part is just realizing that it's your mess, that you made it. You let it happen. You let it accumulate. And now you got to clean it up. But that's okay. Do that. Because now we have this clean slate to work from, right? So now we have new energy coming in. There's this Ace of Pentacles that's looking really good. It's looking good in a lot of different ways. It's looking good for the physical, visceral experience. It might be looking good for the wallet. It might be looking good for the bank account, for the investments. Most importantly, it feels good. It feels like something that you get to undertake, and it's all your energy going into it, and you feel inspired and motivated, and you feel like this is something that has serious potential to get really big and be really good for you. So congratulations on cleaning up your mess. Close that cycle out. Let's get to it. Let's get to work. Let's have some fun. Let's feel good because there's a whole lot of great stuff coming forward for you now. For this phase in the collective reading, we are addressing a very specific group of people feeling very called. And I don't mean just like a little nudge. I mean like you're dreaming about it, you're hearing about it in your head, you're seeing signs, messages everywhere. It feels like your ancestors have grabbed a hold of you by the ear and are taking you in a specific way. This is something that you are called to do. There's no escaping it. Okay? We have free will, but this is something that you chose for yourself. And you've kind of been trying to avoid what felt like it would be a big responsibility and undertaking, but it's really not. This is what you're meant to do. You're naturally good at it. The issue is this: you've been stuck in a rut of people pleasing. You've been doing a whole lot of stuff for everybody but you. And it's not to say that these aren't valuable things that you've been offering other people. It is to say that you have been sacrificing your own needs in order to do things for these other people. You've been kind of running away from who you truly are and your full potential to be able to do even more for people by learning how to say, no, I can't do this. So we've got this guilt. Feeling guilty is about the expectations that you placed on yourself and not so much the expectations that other people had, right? It's more about what you were attempting to promise and feeling like you didn't pull that off. Not as much as what they were expecting from you. Because let's be real here. If anybody does anything nice for you, you're grateful, right? And if you're not, you didn't deserve it anyway. So whatever, who cares? But when you do something for other people, they're grateful that you did anything. So even if you don't pull up to the fullest extent that you were trying to promise them, they don't care. They're still grateful for what you had to offer. It was you that had all these promises in your mind that was like, I have to deliver like this. It's your expectations that are making you feel guilty about what you think that you're not performing for these people. But this mission, this purpose that you're here for is so much bigger, and you're going to be able to do so much more. I assure you, you're not letting anybody down. Stop talking yourself out of it. Step into what it is that you were called here to do and recognize how much potential there is to really deliver in the future. All right. So, this part of the collective reading, it may resonate with some of you that these other videos may have resonated, but this one might also very specifically resonate with a group of people who are already very aware of which direction they're headed in. You already know what you're supposed to be doing. You've already committed to it. You've said, yes, this is what I'm going to do. And in fact, you've already started on this voyage, right? Now, you did a lot of preparations and you prepared yourself mentally and physically, and you did everything that you could do to go on this voyage. You packed your survival gear, everything that you thought you might need. You maybe overpacked, did a little bit of over preparing in some ways because you really didn't know what to expect. And you're like, I got to be ready for anything. But the cards, the universe is actually telling you, you already do know what to expect. There's not going to be any surprises along the way that you haven't already experienced. And part of your preparations were telling you based on your experience, based on your wisdom, because there's knowledge, you have knowledge of a thing. And then there is experience where you've experienced the thing, so you have intimate knowledge of it. And then there's wisdom. And wisdom is taking that knowledge and experience and applying it going forward, right? You want to use your wisdom. It's not that you want to be prepared for anything, it's that you know that certain things come up and this is what you're going to need to get through it. You know that there's going to be this disappointment along the way, and so you prepare yourself without having any expectations of the outcome, knowing full well that then if you only get halfway there, it's still a win. There's no disappointment. I knew that it might not even work because that sometimes happens. And I was fully embracing the fact that I know that this doesn't always work. And so if it does work halfway, that's a win. I'm good. That's what I needed. That's all I needed was half a win anyway. But I didn't want to have that expectation because maybe it wasn't gonna, because I've seen that too. But I also knew that if I put a certain amount of energy into it, and I didn't hold all of my expectations on that full win, that I'd be fine. I'd get everything that I needed out of it. You know what you need to do. And you got to stop downplaying your experience and your wisdom. Really step it up because you know what you're doing and have that confidence.